Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Zelda Speedruns, and welcome to the Tears of the Kingdom Any Percent Tournament 2023. It's group stages time. You've all been seeing a couple of matches here and there the past few days, but today we have Group D. We have Qentiko going up against Mr. Gymnast86. I hope you all are hyped for this one. So without further ado, let's hand it off to our commentators, to Luckstyle and to Sledgen. Take it away. It's all yours.
Yeah.
Hello everyone! We actually have a pretty amazing race coming up today. Two of the best Tears of the Kingdom runners in the world will be facing off today, so let's just hope we get a good race. We probably will be getting one.
It's gonna be very hype. Both runners very good at the game. And both runners also actually had the All Dungeons world record pretty recently, which is pretty interesting as well.
Things might get personal because Gymnast just took that one away from Qentiko, so he might be so Qentiko might be looking for a little revenge here.
But yeah, looks like the race is about to start.
So they allowed probably intro clip since they both are on 1.0 right now, the fastest version of the game. So that does kind of equal up the playing field against some of the races that we sort of have, but they should both be on an equal playing field here.
Yeah, so for the runners' agreements, it looks like Amiibo is allowed, intro skip is not allowed, but intro clip and Ganon Zuggle are also allowed. So the only thing that they banned was intro skip, yeah.
We could be seeing PBs and maybe even a world record since they both are runners capable of doing so. Here we go.
Well, I think it would be difficult for these runners to get world record at this point. Looks like...
But everything is possible.
Oh, it looks like there was a false start.
Sorry, we had to quickly reset because the countdown in the race room was wrong. I didn't think about that. So, gonna have to quickly redo the room. But it should be fine in a second.
Right. But, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get started for real now.
So, I expect that both runners are going to be going for intro clips to start off with.
That would just be the norm for 1.0, and I think both of them are very used to with this trick. It's actually pretty difficult, but they are both very talented runners. They should be pulling it off.
But yeah, I noticed both of them practicing that little backwards jump slash to skip one of these Zelda text triggers.
If you actually fail that, you get back in bounds, which obviously is not what they're looking for, as that saves a minute, and if you click back in bounds, that doesn't save any time, actually.
Yeah.
It loses some.
But yeah, looks like we're getting underway. Okay, yeah. Refresh the page and we are about to get started.
They are loading up their saves, and here we go. In 25 seconds, we'll see. Already starting. Keep in mind... Oh, no, never mind. That was for yesterday. My bad. So they'll all be starting from a 0 time. When they click start game, that's when the timer for this category actually starts. And it ends when you grab Zelda's hand after the Demon Dragon fight. But here we go, everyone. And with that, the race is underway.
And yeah, we are starting.
Well, Qentiko started a few seconds late, but there's no reason to start all over again, I don't think.
Alright, so immediately going into the first trick. Intro clip.
Very difficult one?
Yeah, we need to get Link into a very precise position on the wall and do a climbing jump, which will let us go out of bounds. Then we will do some movement out of bounds to skip some Zelda text triggers, and then we will get to the end, and if it's done really well, then it can save a minute.
It's required for world record now. It's basically the standard in 1.0. It's a trick that many runners find very annoying, But it saves a minute. Oh, and we can see Gymnast already hit that cutscene trigger, so he'll be losing a lot of time if Qentiko does everything right.
Yeah, Qentiko managed to skip that. That's very unfortunate for Jim,
Yes.
but he's
He
just
seems to
gonna
be going
run
for
up
the
and
clip
try again. Yeah.
Probably a wise choice, as you can skip those other choices.
I believe that now he has got that trigger, he cannot get that again, so all he has to do is run past it now, I believe.
Still quite a big time loss for
Yeah.
Gymnast, but anything can happen. It's a race, and it's just the beginning.
Yeah, Qentiko is making his way to the end now. He's done some sideways climbing jumps, and he's now just doing some Mozdor jumps where he's gonna dive, cancel the dive, and then do a jump slash backwards repeatedly to the cutscene trigger.
Those were indeed very clean clips, and
Yeah.
Qentiko's actually saving time in intro there. That was very, very clean.
Yeah, Qentiko is actually ahead, which is very impressive for a no
By
reset.
almost 2 seconds, yeah.
Jim
He's
is
ahead by
going to be
2
doing the same.
seconds. Pretty difficult to save that much time in a sequence like this if your any percent run is optimized.
Mm-hmm.
And there we go. Jim has also finished the movement.
Yeah, apart from missing that first cutscene trigger, that was really clean from Jim. And now
Well,
we get into the 4-minute cutscene, so that will give
This is
us
gonna be
plenty of time to explain more things about the run.
I'm assuming that Qentiko will actually that either one of at least one of these runners will be going for a strategy called early ascend, which actually is pretty useful in this route. It's basically a way of manipulating the game at the start to get no autosaves before you reach Temple of Time. Now, normally, we do that in other categories, except we never get to reach full. We always get to respawn on the Puripad Island. And now there are two methods of doing this in 1.0, so that you spawn all the way back up to the chest, all over there, all over up there. And that chest actually contains wings, and some of them choose to do wing flip, which is a strat to do this, which is actually a really difficult fall damage cancel. But I haven't seen any of these runners do wing flip in runs. So maybe one of them will do the second method, which is actually doing Mozdor jumps. And those Mozdor jumps are like chaining jump slashes, as you've seen in the intro over there, to grab the side of Puripad Island and drop a wing while you grab that side, to be stepping on wings, because stepping on wings actually avoids autosaves entirely.
Yeah, I don't think Jim will be going for early ascent here, but I have no idea about Qentiko and what strategies he goes
never
for.
Seen Jim do that. He's been not been running any percent much lately for Gymnast. Both of these runners, I think, are way more into all dungeons at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Any percent can be quite a punishing category, as you might see in this race.
Just by Jim's attempt counter, we can see he has 2,047 attempts and only 146 completed attempts. So that can just show how rough it is actually completing only one run out of 20. And that is some pretty impressive numbers actually for a runner, with how difficult any percent is and unforgiving.
Yeah, indeed. But the upheaval cutscene is almost done, and now we've done one really difficult trick, we're gonna get into another really difficult trick called Cog Skip, and you'll see that in a couple of minutes.
Just a way to manipulate a mechanic into the kingdom to reach a slight ledge early in order to get wings, which saves like at least 5 minutes in the run.
Yeah, Qentiko is slightly ahead here, but that in no way means that that's the race over. Still, so many things could happen.
With how technical this speedrun is, anything could change at any moment. Just a slight misclick can lose you a run in this category.
Yeah, especially later on when we see the end game.
Yes, anything could happen. So if you fail Army, you spawn all the way back up. Ganondorf can be pretty unforgiving, although both of these runners have Ganon Zoggle, so we shouldn't be seeing anyone dying since they have tons of hours into practice into those.
Yeah, there is a depths autosave you can get before the army fight, but I don't think any runners will be going for that. I think they'll just be going straight for the normal ragdoll clip.
Unless they do fail Ragdoll Clip, which is a completely RNG trick, but we'll get into that later.
Oh yeah.
Qentiko spawning in the Room of Awakening, and Gymnast 2. Qentiko at the Master Sword, and now he'll be going for Cog Skip.
Yeah, so Cog Skip is a trick where you run, immediately jump, enter throw aim, and then you do a backwards jump slash, and using the speed from this little slope off of this little like broken cog here, we can get up to that ledge. You can see
There we
Qentiko
go.
getting it first try, very impressive.
Very cool, Qentiko.
Yeah. This trick is definitely not easy, so getting it first try in a race setting, very good.
Yeah, this trick sucks. There's just some days where you are super consistent at it and think you'll never fail it again, and then the next day you'll never get it once. So we hope this is a good day for Gymnast as well. Let's see.
Yeah, you'll also see Qentiko doing some crouch throw sprinting, which is where you crouch, cancel the crouch, then tap R, and then you tap B, and you do that whilst you are getting back your stamina, and it's ever so slightly faster.
Gymnast on his third try at Cog Skip, he got it. So this third try for Gymnast, that's not too bad either. Except Qentiko did it much faster, but yeah, we could see anything happen.
Yeah, still very consistent at that trick.
Qentiko failing to get tree branches he needs for a trick later in the run on the island, but there are tons of backups. Shouldn't be an issue.
Oh, so is he going for Zoggle Overload Arrow Smuggle?
Well, I assume
didn't see that.
so.
Was he
since
hitting
was-
those bushes?
Yep. Yeah, he was cutting bushes down, so we're
Oh,
probably
yeah.
going to see an arrow smuggle strat from Qentiko.
Yeah, it looks like we will be
We'll
seeing
be going for.
that then. That is definitely an advantage that Qentiko will have over Gymnast if
Yes.
it's executed well.
I'd
And
say
the
it's a ton of
Daruk
time.
amiibo, that is a
Oh no,
pretty risky thing to go for in a race setting.
Daruk Qentiko is crazy.
Yeah, there is a route you can do in any percent where you scan a Daruk amiibo for a gem. But the reason why that's so bad is because the RNG is very much not in your favor. And you need
Yeah.
that gem for the army fight later on.
The game can just choose to not give you any rubies in 20 scans if it wants. So it's nothing that's in your control, so sometimes it can be quite scary in speedruns, but it actually does save quite a bit of time, I think, in this route. Especially
Yeah.
since you get a topaz, you can do a strat called Shock Arrow Smuggle, which actually saves a ton of time, but I don't think he'll be going for it since I have never seen any runner go for it ever. But one day, I think it will be the fastest route.
Yeah, Qentiko landing on a lily pad and cancelling Link's little getting up animation there, and then
Oh,
he's just
this-
walking towards the construct. So it looks
Seriously,
like
Shock Arrow Smuggle in his race yesterday got lucky.
he will not be doing early ascent, but will be going for Zoggle Overload Arrow Smuggle, which is very respectable. I don't exactly know how much time Zoggle Overload Arrow Smuggle saves, but it is a lot.
It is a lot, and I think a long time ago, Moz was saying 25 seconds, but we've found a lot of optimizations in the last couple of weeks, so probably more than that. Yeah, Zeus Roach just confirmed.
Yeah, since it's been used in runs, the world record has dropped down by over a minute, so
That and
I
early
reckon
ascent.
a lot of that is due to Zoggle Overload Arrow Smuggle.
Yeah, early ascend actually plays a pretty important role. It's there are ways to do early ascend in other patches, but I don't think anyone's ever done it, and it doesn't save as much time as since you can't dupe bombs as quickly, which in other patches you get through running to the bottomless bottomless cave, which is what we'll see both runners do. But in 1.0 you can just grab one bomb and dupe a ton of them, and save a lot of time to skip
Yeah.
running through bottomless cave.
But yeah, Jim getting the pure pad here, he's just going to finish talking to the construct and do the same thing that Qentiko is about to do. Now, this is the void out thing that Lockstyle was talking about earlier. If we place 2 wings down here, then the game will not give us an autosave, as we have technically not touched the ground. So if we jump off of this wing and void out, we will go all the way back to the island where we got the pure pad, and then we can go straight to the bottomless cave. It's actually one of the most important things in this route.
Pretty clean run so far by Qentiko. No mistakes, as far as I'm aware of.
Yeah, it
He
looks like
has
he is
3
still
free
ahead,
benches.
doing a slightly risky wing drop there.
Wow.
That wing drop is known to be cruel at times. That is an alternative for it.
Many runners choose to do this with 2 wings, actually most runners, since it is actually more consistent. But see, Qentiko probably prefers the single wing method, as it double wing doesn't really lose any time in 1.0, at least not more than a couple milliseconds with how fast the duping is. Probably the only time loss is just opening the menu through the pause menu instead of the quick menu to drop 2.
But yeah, Jim is going to be going for the same wing drop here, instead
See,
with 2 wings.
Yep, Gymnast
Yeah.
just did the double drop I talked about. Now sometimes the second wing can annoy you and actually drag your wing down, but that doesn't seem to be a problem for Gymnast. He's gonna get to bottomless cave pretty easily.
Yeah, Qentiko grabbing this flame emitter shield, and this will be one of the most important items in the run, not only for the strats Jim will be using, but also the arrow smuggle strats we will see later on. I believe Qentiko will be killing the construct in the Ascend Shrine that the community has named Billy.
Yeah, we're just getting revenge on Billy like yesterday. I don't think Gymnast is though, so maybe Gymnast will struggle with Billy, but let's just hope Billy behaves for Gymnast.
Yeah, so from the question in chat, Jim is behind because he missed the skipping the Zelda trigger when he was doing the out of bounds movement in intro clip, and he got cog skip a little bit slower than Qentiko did.
Jim actually going for a climb strat I haven't seen many people do. This is interesting. This is one of the few strats in the run that I actually don't know much about.
Yeah, it looks like if you climb up those branches it is slightly faster, but looks kind of annoying as well. Yeah, that's
So he
Jim
is
entering the
entering
Ascend Shrine.
And Qentiko just receiving the Ascend blessing from Rauru.
Yeah. Both
ability.
runners still not too far behind each other.
No, not at all. With how, especially with how unforgiving this speedrun is. So we'll see Qentiko in a few seconds demolish Billy. Ascend apart from getting the bow apart from like duping as Qentiko chooses to do here, which is actually very risky. This going through Ascend is actually pretty casual. There's not many strats you can do in Ascend.
Yeah, the reason why Qentiko is choosing to dupe bombs in specifically this shrine is because the entire shrine is on a cycle. And oh, he looks like he's using a bomb to defeat Billy there. I haven't seen that. And the spin
Well, I have
attack
seen
for
it,
those ropes.
but not many people do that. Most people choose to just whack Billy until he drops his bow. And he's gonna get the first cycle here pretty easily.
Yeah, so as you can see, the first cycle here is pretty lenient, which is what allows us to dupe all those bombs there.
Gymnast not too far behind. I believe Gymnast is sort of catching up a little bit. Especially since it's gonna be saving time in a sense since he doesn't need to kill Billy. Unless Billy kills him, which is, something that can always happen. But let's hope it doesn't. With this Billy cycle, he should be fine.
Yeah, looks like Billy was nice to him and he's going to be completing the Ascend Shrine.
We're gonna have to talk about Billy.
Yeah, the Ascend split for both runners has been pretty clean.
What's Billy's brother called in Fuse? Did you give him a name?
I don't know.
Anyways, shouldn't be a problem for each of these runners, but Qentiko is actually going to be probably trying to skip his cutscene because he will be having arrow smuggle, but we'll touch on that later.
Yeah, there is a cutscene of the construct in the Fuse Shrine fusing something to its sword, but the cutscene actually takes quite a while. It's like 10 seconds long, and with arrow flight, you can skip the entire cutscene there. And it's also
the
quite
trigger
fast.
all the way up to the roof, so if you fly just high enough, you can just fly over the trigger. and lands safely without
Exactly.
activating the cutscene. Saves like 8 to 10 seconds, I believe. Alright, so now Qentiko will be doing something very scary, that is scanning the Rook amiibo.
Yeah, I believe he'll be scanning the amiibo here. Both runners scan the amiibo immediately after completing the first shrine, since that's when you get the ability to scan amiibo.
I believe
Oh
Qentiko
no.
will only be
Oh
scanning the
yeah,
Rook, and Gymnast probably um just
the
the
Rook not
Speed Food
being nice
amiibo.
to him.
I was only 2 scans.
The
Oh my
second
god,
amo
he
the
got
second
lucky.
amiibo
What the
giving him a
heck?
topaz, that is insane. That
He
is
could do
a
shock
very
arrow
low
smuggle
chance
if
of
he knows.
happening.
He could do shock arrow smuggle too if he knows how to do it.
Yeah, he's also going to be doing the early battery trick, where he's going to
Wow.
throw a wing capsule at a specific spot so that it hits a little wooden log. The construct will start talking to him, and they'll give him the battery.
He actually golded Ascend too.
Yeah, looks like he'll be going
My
straight for
scout.
the fuse shrine, which
Well,
makes
he did
sense.
scan. There's no reason to run through Pondside.
Yeah,
We can see getting a 2-scan Fleet Lotus Seed for Gymnast. He's
yeah,
also going to be making his way to Fuse. Seems like
yeah.
Gymnast is sort of catching up.
Yeah, Jim is gonna be going to the Pondside Cave, so Qentiko just got a huge advantage
Yeah.
by getting that good RNG.
That could have gone either way for Qentiko, and he got really lucky. Let's see about Shock Arrow Smuggle Serious. We never know. He chooses inside a Fuse.
But yeah, even though Qentiko is a few minutes ahead of Jim right now, a lot of things can go wrong with the arrow smuggle route. So
Yeah.
it's still like so many things could happen. Jim instead is going to be opting for some consistent strats that he knows, which is a
I
pretty good
don't know
decision.
just how much time Gymnast will lose here, but it is a lot of time by running through Pondside and not scanning the Rook, especially with how lucky Qentiko got there. Back-to-back races with good Daruk RNG. Check this guy's switch. Maybe something is going on. We never know. Daruk is really, really, really lucky to get to the Rook amiibo in 3 scans, but I don't think Qentiko is the kind of person to be cheating.
Yeah,
I hope so.
there's Jim getting the ruby from that old deposit, and that is 100% guaranteed. So
Yes.
no RNG there.
We've been using that since the route's very beginnings, as far as I'm aware of.
Now Qentiko is going to be shooting a bomb at this chest to make it fly all the way over there.
He's shooting to empty his arrows for strats later on in the run. For arrowless, which allows you to do arrow smuggle flights faster because you don't have to drain your stamina before them. But it seems like he's not going to do shock arrow smuggle and just go for the safe Zuggle overload arrow smuggle.
Yeah, also going to be duping some bombs in the water there, which is a very good spot for it because that means that the bombs won't explode.
Now he's going to be zuggling his weapons, shields and bows, until he is overloaded, and that puts the game into a weird state where you actually can get arrow smuggle and make it permanent by fusing your smuggled bow to your weapon, which makes arrow smuggle permanent, yeah.
Yeah, this menuing Qentiko is doing is all Zoggle Overload Arrow Smuggle setup, and it will allow him to do some pretty insane movement later on.
That's called triple zuggle method. He's doing it right now, and he got arrow smuggle and he emptied out his arrows just fine. So now
Yeah,
he'll be going for construct skip, which we discussed earlier. That was a really fast Zoas right there.
Yeah, he did indeed get it. He's going for Construct Skip. This looks pretty good. His Link's head did bonk against the ceiling a few times. I don't know if this is going to make it. Oh, it did.
It did. It
Very
did. Wow, that
nice.
was actually close. He was fine, but just by a tiny little sliver there.
But yeah, Jim is gonna be going through the Fuse Shrine more normally here, duping some more of his materials, and he's gonna do the same chest bounce here. He's gonna be shooting a bomb at this chest.
Qentiko's run is indeed godly, Flavian. He is -7 seconds on his 44.53. So we could be seeing a PB from Qentiko
Yeah.
if all goes well, especially with
Qentiko's
his
doing
using
a
the Rook.
precise setup here to do a really difficult arrow smuggle flight. And if this is done correctly, it is gonna take him all the way to the Ultra Hand Shrine. Now, it's a very precise rhythm to do this. Some runners practice this trick with a metronome, and it looks like he's getting it pretty well. I think he's gonna make it here.
Any
It's very
misclick can
close.
make you lose a run. I said this yesterday, but anything can happen there, and you just lose a little bit of height or take a little bit too long, and you can drop
Perfect.
down. But he did
That
it
is
perfectly. Wow,
incredible execution from
it's a
Qentiko,
really fast setup too. Qentiko is
and
really
that's
giving us quite a show
Jim
here.
completing Fuse.
He is
Yeah,
not going to be going for that strat because he did not get Arrow Smuggle in Fuse. So he's actually keeping on losing time here because that strat, I don't know exactly how much time saves, but I do know it's quite a bit. But yeah. He's
yeah.
just
If you
going to
fall down
be...
there, you can literally lose like
Oh
over
no.
a minute.
Oh no, Jim
Oh,
just failed bomb strat.
yeah, that bomb jump. I've seen
So
that bomb jump been pretty annoying before.
he's actually going for a setup I've never seen on that slope there. Never seen that.
Oh, a fair few runners do that.
Well, it's a first for me. I've always seen them go a bit more on the left of that or on the stairs. Stairs is what I usually do.
Yeah. Looks
So,
like Jim will be dropping another wing around here. And Qentiko will be going for a precise arrow flight strat in Ultra Hand.
yep, Qentiko just getting a pretty good angle and speed there. Not nearly as close as what we've seen so far in the tournament when me and
Yeah.
Sears were commentating. Just went absolutely super speed on
Looks
yesterday's race. I
like,
think it was
yeah.
wait, Red Sleigh. But so that's, you can get incredible speeds with that. But he actually got a pretty decent speed, and so he did save quite a lot of time for that. Whoa, 50 seconds ahead of his PB out of Ultra Hand.
But yeah, this is Gymnast going for
Yep.
the Ascend underneath the Ultra Hand Shrine. And now
That
he's
is
going to
pretty
enter it.
scary too, but Gymnast is used to it.
Yeah, Qentiko will be going for some more arrow flight strats later on in GSI. He will
Yep.
be doing one right now, actually, from Ultra Hand to Temple of Time. Then he'll be doing one in Recall as well. But the scariest part is probably the Fuse to Ultra Hand flight. But yeah, you can just see him absolutely flying past there.
Qentiko is shredding through his PB as well. He's 50 seconds ahead is not something I was expecting to see in this race.
Yeah,
This is pretty exciting.
that is sub 30 pace for GSI, which is incredible.
Yep, actually seeing an incredible race from Qentiko here. Gymnast is also playing well since the cog skip, but his strats that he are using is just slower than Qentiko's, especially with Qentiko's Daruk scan and juggle over the arrow smuggle. So that's why Gymnast is falling behind now, just strat advantage from Qentiko. As Gymnast is just doing the old route from like a month ago, I believe.
Yeah, he will be using a wing shield to get through the end of the Great Sky Island. Which, again, it is slower than Zuggle Overload Arrow Smuggle, but it is still consistent and relatively fast as well.
Especially with Gymnast's expertise in this route, he is one of the fastest in the world, if not the fastest, to do this route at the moment. But Qentiko does once again have route advantage. Okay, Qentiko did fail ledge bomb here, but that doesn't lose a lot of time, as I'm aware, as much as I know of, as far as I know of. So yeah, he'll be going into recall soon enough, and Gymnast is going to Temple of Time to grab the recall ability here.
Yeah, we will be cancelling trying to open that door on purpose to make the Rauru text appear quicker. And yeah, Gymnast will just be taking a wing over here, passing this construct.
Clean execution from Gymnast. Gymnast is playing well too.
Yeah. Qentiko here jumped before he opened the map, and that cancels the animation of Link taking out the Puripad. Now he will be teleporting to the recall shrine. It's funny, this teleport, because we never actually activate this place in the Room of Awakening. We never actually activate the teleportation pad because we do cog skip, but it turns out that the game automatically makes it work anyway.
That kind of saves our life, because if not, we would have to go from a fuse or ascend to this
Yeah.
spot, and since it's so much higher up, that would have basically made any percent so much slower. So thank God
Yeah.
the game gave us that little trigger that made it so it automatically then automatically gave us a warp spot there to save probably a few minutes actually.
Yeah, probably some soft lock prevention or something. Yeah, Qentiko gonna be doing a bomb jump off of these stairs, gonna be doing another fast arrow flight all the way past here so that he can completely skip doing those recall puzzles, just in
And he
time to
hits,
make
yep,
that cycle.
he hits the first recall cycle, which is what I believe 1.9, 1.2 are the only batches that can actually hit that first cycle. With Nevermind 1.1, 1.2, Nevermind all patches. I forgot about like Arrow Smuggle, which is another Arrow Smuggle strat, and Qentiko is again saving time. He's 52 seconds ahead of his PB. Potentially a 43. We never know. Gymnast finishing up Temple of Time and warping to recall.
Yeah, he
Right
will
now.
be using the wing shield to make recall a little bit quicker for him.
And Qentiko is warping away from recall and going to Temple of Time now. He's once again going to be doing an the same Arrow Smuggle strat to reach Temple of Time. Yeah. So yeah, Qentiko's just finishing up GSI, probably under 30 minutes, which is something not many people have achieved.
Yeah, if this split goes well for him, that is going to be a sub 30 GSI, which is absolutely incredible. Doing that arrow flight we saw earlier again. And then there is an arrow flight you can do to the very end, but I don't know if he'll be doing it or not.
Let's see about that. I don't know. One thing I've mentioned arrowless briefly earlier, but one thing that arrowless allows you to do, except not have to deplete your stamina before arrow flights, is that since you actually still have that stamina, if you're doing with arrows and choosing, because you have to avoid bullet time in some way, right? And that involves either doing arrowless, either depleting your stamina before. But if you actually choose to deplete your stamina and keep your arrows, you just have to walk without stamina on the ground. So arrowless just saves that time plus the time of no setups. So it's actually pretty big time save. And he'll be getting the arrows in the Hyrule Castle or from Revali amiibo, I believe. So to be able to clip out of bounds.
Yeah, that is Jim getting the Ultra Hand Cycle in Recall, which is very nice to see. Now he will be walking outside and teleporting to the Ultra Hand Shrine. The reason why he's walking outside is because the loads in this teleportation loading screen are slightly faster. Looks like Qentiko is angling his camera backwards to do this little arrow flight strat here. I
think it's
haven't seen
only,
this.
I think I saw that in the Discord like yesterday. I didn't know Qentiko was going for it. It's actually,
And yeah,
whoa.
a 29:48 Great Sky Island.
He's almost a minute ahead. He's 58 seconds ahead of his PB. He's kind of stealing the show from Gymnast at the moment with such a really impressive run. Gymnast is finishing up GSI soon enough as well. He has to go through the door cutscene and then it'll be over for him.
Yeah, GSI was still perfectly fine for Gymnast. We didn't see any huge mistakes from him. Cog skip was being a little bit annoying, and so was intro clip. But other than that, very consistent and clean from Jim as well.
Only things going not Gymnast's way is really just what you mentioned, and the route difference. Gymnast is playing really cleanly as well.
Yeah, that's just a disadvantage that Jim will have in this race.
We see Qentiko just duping Topazes with MSD right now on the wings. just by pausing in a shield surge state and equipping, holding all of the items you want to dupe, and just
Pressing
press
B and
Y and
Y.
B at the
Yeah.
same time. You can just dupe a ton of that. Only in version 1.0 to 1.1.1. We all were sad when it was patched, but there are alternatives on every version of the game.
Looks like Qentiko will be doing some shield surfs along with arrow flight in order to preserve his speed. I think he will be going to the castle to do the fast clip there.
Yes, that's where most runners aim at, because there are some really conveniently placed arrows just sitting right there, which you actually need to be able to clip out of bounds. Because if you're not like a frame perfect timing, you cannot clip out of bounds without bullet time. Frame perfect timing is because you use actually a strat called JCC, which is a jump slash cancel clipping, which is you just chain jump slash cancels with the arrow smuggle or with L canceling until Link's upper body clips through the wall, and then you can just do a shield surf. And it's actually possible without arrow smuggle, without I mean arrows or stamina.
Yeah, not
But
going
it's just
for the
frame
arrow
perfect.
smuggle, full damage cancel, which is understandable because it can be a little bit annoying sometimes. Jim getting a very clean GSI, a 31 with all those things happening at the start is still extremely respectable.
Yes.
Also going to
And
be
Qentiko just
standing
clipped.
slightly forward on the wing to make it
Qentiko
go
just
slightly
going
faster.
to a very scary trick in pace like this.
Oh yeah, I think he's going to be going for ragdoll clip here, which is a clip based on how Link is ragdolling off of this slope. Let's hope it behaves. Oh, it looks like he's going to be going for the more
Oh.
consistent one.
Oh, he's doing a backup.
Yeah, he's doing his own little backup here, that I've actually seen this in one of his races. He goes onto this little spot. A lot of people do a different spot, and getting it very cleanly.
Yeah, very clean by Qentiko. He chose to do the safe strat rather than rely on ragdoll RNG, so he is losing time over his PB.
Yeah, that's
Probably
extremely
because of
fair.
that. But
Only
he's
loses
still,
him like 7 seconds, so
yeah, he still
yeah.
is 51 seconds ahead.
Now we're going to
Let's
be
just see
doing
Army.
army.
This is also
Now.
endgame of this game is really rough. From Army to Demon Dragon, yep. This is just a bunch of super difficult and stressful strats. Let's just see if Qentiko does it well here. Gymnast is also clipping right now with a different method called L canceling, which does the same at Arrow Smuggle, but slower.
Yeah, clean clip from Gymnast in the well,
Very
and he's
clean.
going to be going out of this water and diving down to ragdoll clip. Army
He lost his time from clip.
can
Okay.
definitely mess you up for Qentiko. The Lizalfos phase can be quite
This is
nerve-wracking.
a very scary part. The Lysol's
Looks
just
like he got an
sometimes...
item pickup text box as he entered that wave, which was interesting.
Lysols, as I call them, I don't know if that's right. I just say that all the time. They do like to be messing around with you. Sometimes
Yeah,
they
they
just
were
choose to jump in your face while you're
pretty close
throwing
to him there, but looks
Ruby
like he'll be fine.
or Topaz.
So running
Yep.
over here to get a halberd, which is for Ganonzuggle later on.
Qentiko doing pretty good. He went through those Lysols, which is the scariest phase of the army fight in this version. Gymnast going for Ragdoll and entering army, probably.
He does get
succeed.
ragdoll clip, very nice.
He got lucky there.
Yeah, and that's
Like-
Qentiko getting that Lizalfos horn. That's going to be important for later.
From what we know right now, Ragdoll is just entirely RNG, so it could have went any way for Gymnast. Either save a lot of time, either lose a lot of time. It's a pretty annoying run killer, especially since there's basically nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, this is
Qentiko just
Gymnast
going through moblins.
doing all the rubies in army right now.
He is losing a lot of time, I believe, from the Lysa
Yeah,
phase.
missing a Gibdo, I think it was.
Oh yeah, true. He is still 40 seconds ahead.
Oh,
I don't know
Jim
how optimized his PB is from now on.
didn't have enough
Oh,
time to
no.
run up to that Bokoblin horn there, but he's gonna be able to get it again after killing these Lizalfos, or maybe
Can
he'll
he
go
use the...
for...
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no, he's gonna have to clip all the way back into the well. Gymnast just died here.
He-
He shot a ruby at himself.
Yeah, no, he shot a ruby at a Lizalfos that was too close to him, and that hit him, and then he
That is
died.
why this phase is annoying.
Yeah.
Lizos can just choose to say no to you. And now he's gonna be spawning all the way back up to the well because he didn't get any autosave down there when he went for Ragdoll Clip. So that is actually a downside of Ragdoll Clip in a race setting like this.
Yeah.
Qentiko just have a really convincing lead right now.
He's going to be doing some clips with arrow smuggle strats, which are going to be very useful. But yeah, that is the reason why a lot of people like going for the depths autosave there, because that is one of the most costly time losses in the entire run, as like one of the most punishing mistakes you can make.
He seems to be struggling with clipping again too. He's
Oh,
failing
looks
some
like
cancels, and Link is refusing to clip through the wall. But Qentiko clipped through boss skip really fast, with a bit of struggling there towards the end. But yeah,
as
pretty
Jim
clean
getting the
altogether.
clip there.
Yeah, so Gymnast is back out of bounds and going for descent. I don't know if he'll still do Ragdoll Clip.
I think he'll probably do it again, but we'll see.
So again, Zoggle is actually allowed since these are both 1.0 runners, and they chose to
they
allow it.
agreed to it. Yeah.
So Zuggling very clean from Qentiko. He's entering Ganon right now.
Yeah, and Ganondorf with Zoggle is very a lot easier than not doing it. You can basically one cycle all of the phases in just one flow rush.
You probably all know about
Ooh,
Zuggling.
doing a weird attack there.
Oh yeah, that was a bit of a time loss for Qentiko. But it doesn't really matter because 1.0 can just one cycle Ganon.
Losing
oh, no,
a bit of
Jim.
time, and oh
Ragdoll
no,
Clip actually failed for Jim.
Jim failing Ragdoll Clip. He's going to be going for the consistent backup here, off of that other ledge. Not the same one as Qentiko, but still works perfectly fine. I don't know if he's going to be going for the depths autosave, but I don't think he is.
Jim is actually really, really far behind here.
Yeah, he's just going to be going for the strats he knows, doing that, and then cancelling it with the L menu, getting the consistent ragdoll clip, and he's going to have to do army all over again. So the only way that this race could go in Jim's favor now is either Qentiko dying in Ganondorf or him taking many tries to do Demon Dragon 2 cycle.
Qentiko losing a lot of time because of that flare rush at the start, but he is still on a pretty convincing PB pace. So
Yes.
if everything goes right for Qentiko in Demon Dragon, we should be seeing a PB from him.
Yeah, I don't know if we've seen a PB yet. I know that a lot of people were close.
Including you. But I think Sirius told me yesterday during the race that no one actually PB'd in a race this tournament so far. At least that he knew of. So let's just pray for 2 cycle here.
Okay,
It's,
let's hope
pretty
the
inconsistent
Lizalfos are nice this time.
Yes.
Okay,
So far,
the
so
first
good.
arrow
The
was
first ruby.
fine.
First ruby is the scariest, and I think that's what he failed to last round.
Okay, killing the final Lizalfos, that looked a little bit scary.
Just whacked
And then
him.
getting the Black Boss Bokoblin Horn. Okay, Jim has passed the Lizalfos wave now. But yeah, Qentiko,
entering Demon Dragon.
yeah, entering Demon Dragon, holding out the Master Halberd less than 40 minutes in, which is absolutely insane.
2 cycle can go any way really. You just fail it a little bit, and your run is dead. And that can be influential in a race like this. So especially since he's in a PB pace, he must be really stressed out right now, and you have to sort of manage that stress and put it away in your head, because this is a trick that requires a lot of focus. One tiny slip can cost you the 2 cycle, which is actually a manipulation to be able to kill Ganondorf in 2 cycles. Well, kill Demon Dragon actually, with those cores, eliminate those cores in 2 cycles. But one small mishap, especially at those jump slashes at the start, can make you lose the cycle and rely on Zelda RNG. So let's hope for the best.
Yeah, there are backups you can do to make that more consistent, but yeah. With the Demon Dragon fight, You can get all of the all of the little tricks in 2-cycle fine, but you can just be still too slow to make the cycle. So this is a very punishing trick if you don't get it.
40
So
to
it looks
39
like
is the world
Qentiko's going to
record.
be making it to the first eye a little bit on the left,
I
but
don't
should
know
be
if
fine.
It should be alright, I think. Dropping
Yeah,
that
he's going to be
glider.
dropping a wing in midair here, fusing a Lizalfos horn to his sword so that he can defeat the eyes in less hits. Going to be jumping down to the second eye now. Very clean. Looking good so
Hit the
far.
cycle. He does hit the cycle. So
Yeah, Zelda
he's
is
gonna
coming
be...
from northeast, so it's going to be completely fine.
That was actually really close for Qentiko. Gymnast going through boss skip right now. But that was really close for Qentiko. He just barely got the cycle there because he was a bit on the left. So I was scared there. He was a bit on the left
Looks like he made it to the
actually.
third eye just fine. He hasn't got any speed food, so that can be annoying.
The
But
only
yeah,
thing he
he's getting the
needs
wing
is to
drop.
get that glider. There we go.
Okay, in order for
Should be
Gymnast to
cycle.
win, something terrible is gonna have to happen to Qentiko. Jim is gonna be doing Ganonzoggle here. He's gonna be stacking a bunch of halberds onto Link's back as Qentiko makes it to the fourth eye, kills the fourth eye.
Oh, he's not going for fast hit. I was expecting
He's
him
not
to
going
go
for the fast
hit.
final hit, which he can do, but I guess it's more consistent to not do that in a race.
Choosing to play safe to secure his personal best. I don't think his personal best has it if he's not going for it.
It looks like this is going to be a PB for Qentiko.
Amazing.
He's just going to be making his way to the final secret stone on the Demon Dragon's head as Jim does Ganonzoggle. Very unfortunate race for Jim. Some tricks just slightly not going his way.
Intro skip routing and then that death in army sealed
Yeah.
it away.
The rest of his run was clean though, and yeah, that is Qentiko
This is
doing
it.
the final hit on Demon Dragon, and
Wow.
yeah, the only way, yeah, all he has to do is skip a few cutscenes and press a few buttons, and that'll be a PB for him, I think.
Qentiko PB, he should be getting something in the range of
That is-
4420 to 4435, I believe. I'm not really good in those sorts of things. But Qentiko securing a really, really good PB here. 4424 says Roach in chat, thank you. 4424 is actually, I think that's a pretty high spot in the leaderboards. Let me just check that right now.
That is going to be top 10 for sure.
Absolutely, if not top 5.
Gymnast is currently 5th. But yeah.
Let's see.
This is Qentiko about to get the fastest time in the tournament so far.
Wow.
Diving
first
down
personal
to
best
Zelda,
as well.
Jim has just defeated Ganondorf, by the way. Yeah, diving down to Zelda, about to get a mid 44 and a PB in this tournament. So this is one of the most insane runs we've seen so far.
Really
And yeah,
clean.
all he has to do is hold the A button now. About to grab Zelda's hand.
He's
And there we go.
serious.
A gold on Demon Dragon. 44-20.
As a
Wow.
6th place on the leaderboards for Qentiko.
That is
Huge
incredibly
GGs.
impressive. Yeah.
Totally deserved as well. So Gymnast is entering Demon Dragon right now. Going to finish up his run as well. Hopefully everything goes well for him. Be a
He
sub 50
almost
for
forgot
Gymnast.
to hit the finishing race time button, but there we go. So now Jim is going to be
44-20.
attempting Demon Dragon 2 cycle, but I don't know if we'll be getting Qentiko in for an interview. Yeah.
We can see Qentiko celebrating.
He's very happy about that PB.
GG Qentiko. I think after this race we should be expecting more any percent from Qentiko. Maybe just motivate him to keep running this category.
Yeah, that's
hopefully.
a really, really impressive run.
Gymnast beginning 2 cycle now. He's on pace for at least, I think, 48, 49 if everything goes well. So still a pretty clean run from Gymnast, even with
Yeah.
death. It's a time that many runners struggle to get that 48-49. So with a mistake as big as that, this is also really impressive.
Yeah, still getting a sub 50 and dying in army and that intro clip mistake is still, like, really impressive. I know that Jim can be very consistent with his strats. So, you know, considering that those mistakes happened, this is still really impressive in its own right. Getting a weird stamina glitch there, that can sometimes happen. Yeah, he's going to be doing a mid-air wing drop.
Just get that pretty clean as well. He will be hitting the Zelda cycle.
Oh, I guess that's a true ZS Roach.
Oh, yes.
But I don't think he needs to do that.
I mean, I would do that, I think. Especially after a run like this, I would have struggled believing. I would struggle believing what just happened.
But yeah, Jim has done the first 2 eyes just fine. He's going to go for the next 2. 2 cycle looking pretty good for Jim.
I don't know if we'll be seeing Qentiko in an interview, as I don't think as French is his first language.
Yeah, he is not. I don't think English is his first language, but I do not know. But yeah, Jim is just going to be making his way to the 4th eye here, jumping off the wing. Yeah, he is going to be doing the fast final hit with all the Mozdors here.
This allows you to hit a better cycle on the Demon Dragon head. To do it pretty quickly. I think it saves like 45 seconds.
I don't know how much time it saves, but definitely saves a lot.
Yes.
Like,
what we know right now,
for high level, very worth it to go for. Yeah, if Qentiko was able to get that in his run, it would have been sub 44. But yeah, Jim making his way to the final secret stone on the dragon's head, hitting it in midair.
Very clean 2 cycles from Gymnast.
Yeah, this is looking like a 49 for Jim.
It's very, very clean Demon Dragon to seal the deal for Gymnast. He is getting 49. Again, I'm not really good with all that sorts of stuff, but I think a 49, 10 in that range.
He will be getting a 49, a mid 49 here, which is, you know, considering those time losses, everything else was really clean for him.
Exactly. Yeah. Even with a run like that, he actually gets at least top 50, I think. Even with a run like that, so that is very, very clean for Gymnast with that mistake as well. Didn't mess up many strats.
It's not over, guys. He needs to still grab Zelda's hand.
Oh, no.
Hold on. He could still miss the A press.
Hold.
Hold on. He still needs to grab Zelda's hands.
He can still choke this sub 50.
He could accidentally enter the home screen and close the software.
Oh, I actually did that once after Ganon on my first ever run.
Oh no, that sounds
That's actually
bad.
something that happened to me. Misclicks while trying to close the game and was getting used to my misclick while trying to skip the cutscene.
But yeah, Jim diving towards Zelda. He's just gonna grab Zelda's hand here.
And you could get hit by thunder midair.
That's a
and die.
oh no, Trez.
Imagine
yeah,
if it was possible.
Gonna be grabbing Zelda's hand, and that's a 49-33 for Jim.
Could be pressing
Very
B
nice.
Here. He could be pressing B. Oh no, he's gonna hit A and secure the run.
But yeah, I think we'll be getting in Gymnast for an interview.
Very, very clean from both runners, apart from, of course, Gymnast death in army. But yeah, we had actually an awesome race. Saw a PB and saw Gymnast play actually kind of well.
But yeah, GG's.
Hello.
Hello. Very, very, very nice. You're actually impressed by you and Qentiko's runs.
Yeah, both of you guys had very clean runs.
Well, I don't know if dying in army constitutes a clean
considering
run.
your mistakes, the rest of the run was still really good.
Some people like grind for ages to get a sub 50, and you got it with dying in army and respawning all the way over to the well.
Yeah, still getting a sub 50 after dying in army is
Actually, I'm curious,
Nothing
you know,
to be
when you
ashamed
failed
of.
that intro clip at the start, how much time would it have lost to just keep running through the intro as normally and not go for it again?
Probably like 30 seconds.
It's actually faster to go for it a second time and just run through the movement again.
Yeah.
But yeah, managing to get the fast Demon Dragon strats, which is always nice to see in a race setting. Because Demon Dragon can mess you up really easily as well.
Cycle is pretty unforgiving, especially with how stupid the Demon Dragon can be sometimes.
Yeah.
Is the how much time does the fast head save? That was what we were wondering as well, like doing those monsters at the end.
15 seconds. I didn't quite get the. I lost like a few extra seconds because I didn't quite get to the correct position, so Zelda like moved over a bit before going up. But yeah,
I mean,
if you
still
get
got the strat.
if you get the fastest one, it's like 15 seconds.
I actually thought that
if
was.
I remember correctly.
I thought that was more than that. Okay.
Oh, and Qentiko's in the waiting room right now.
Yes, Clouded wants to see him as well.
All right.
GG's gymnast. Hello, Qentiko.
GG's on your
Hello.
PB.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks.
That was very impressive.
If we absolutely need to in the interview, I can translate a bit if you guys want me to.
Why not? But I don't know.
Well, GG Qentiko, very clean from.
Yeah, we saw you get good RNG there, which.
Yeah, that was pretty lucky to getting two scan topaz.
Yeah.
You actually went for the Rook. I was not expecting to see a runner go for the Rook.
Yeah, but
did you think about going for Shock Arrow Smuggle?
No, I don't want to make a Shock Arrow Smuggle in race because it's very risky and the game can crash. So
that's fair enough.
I don't want try that.
I didn't know the game could crash when doing
because
Shock Arrow Smuggle.
If you fail the Zuggle timing and you pick up back your ball on the floor, the game is
I believe you are the first person to get a PB in the tournament so far.
Yes.
And I believe that is the fastest time we've seen.
Oh.
So congratulations.
In the tournament.
Yeah, I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, your run was very clean.
I really didn't expect that, to be honest. It's really crazy. What the I don't know what to say, but yeah, it's my PB by 33 seconds. Literally no big mistakes. I was a big stress on the first part of the run of the intro clip and CSS, but I got both tricks first try. So yeah.
Yeah.
After that,
clip and cog skip can be quite annoying.
True.
Hey, this very unforgiving route in 1.0 that we just saw. How optimized was your PB before this? Which strats were you using in it?
I'm not. I didn't use strat for this PB. Yeah? That was the new route with Zoas that I already did.
Okay.
You know.
Didn't any use new strats. That was just better execution altogether.
That's it.
Very nice.
Yeah. The arrow smuggle fights were really entertaining to see on Restream.
I love that. Those strats are really cool.
But
1.2 bias.
Yeah. Both of you guys did really well in lots of parts of the run. Some unfortunate moments, but overall, very exciting race.
I got 2 pretty cool races so far to commentate. I'm considering myself really lucky. GG Gymnast as well, yeah. Apart from that death, really clean.
Yeah, GG Gymnast.
And GG's all around. I mean, even without the death, I don't think I would have won. Because the death wasted like 4 minutes, so I would have had like a mid 45 without that.
Well, of course, going all the way back to the well and having to clip again. I think you struggled to clip in the well after that, too.
Yeah.
I think that pretty much sums it up for me. I don't
But
think I have
yeah.
anything else to say. That was really, really cool and really fun altogether. I've said it all, I believe.
All right then. Well, this was a fun race. I hope you all enjoyed watching it as much as I did. Thank you all so much for watching. Big shout out to our volunteers, to Luckstyle and to Sledgen. And GG's to both Qentiko. Congrats on the PB and to Jim. I hope you all enjoyed this. We're gonna have more Tears of the Kingdom for you in the next few days. And until then, thank you all so much for watching. Take it easy, have a good day, and see you soon.